Hello, welcome to Getting Started with GIS, episode 5. My name is Jeff Lash, and in this episode, I want to introduce you to the Esri Living Atlas. So we've landed here at the GIS and Data Resources homepage hosted by the Newman Library at the University of Houston Clear Lake. Like I said, in this episode, I want to introduce you to the Living Atlas, which is a data portal. So as soon as you start working in GIS and getting a little bit more into mapping, you're going to realize that the first and key thing is to find good sources of data. And that's why I want to show you that at the homepage here, we have lots of data organized by geographic area. And we also have links to several data portals. These are portals, obviously, that act as conduits to all kinds of data. They're the kind of portals that allow you to build your own databases, download them, and map them. One of the most useful, especially for those getting started with GIS, is the ArcGIS Living Atlas of the World. So we're at finding geospatial data, data portals. We've scrolled down a little bit to data portals, and now I'll click on the ArcGIS Living Atlas of the World. All right. This is an Esri curated platform of thousands of layers of spatial data, geographic information that can be displayed using ArcGIS Online or ArcGIS Pro. Okay. Notice when you're signed in, top right corner with your UHCL credentials, it will give you access to all of the layers of data, not just the free layers of data, but all the premium layers of data that are included in the Living Atlas. The home page of the Living Atlas is always changing, highlighting new maps that they've added, new data that they've created. What I want to do in this short introductory video is just browse, show you sort of the wide variety of data layers that are available here. And they're categorized in these little green icons. So this shows all the layers of data, 8,571 curated authoritative layers of data. Look at trending layers of data. So active hurricanes, for example, earthquakes, hurricanes, forest fires, live traffic data. Anything that's current and trending is categorized here. Base maps, a variety of base maps that you can add to your ArcGIS Online content or ArcGIS Pro projects. Lots of different imagery products available, layers of data that you could add to your mapping project. Boundaries, all kinds of different boundaries. United States boundaries, census boundaries, congressional district boundaries, provinces, different political boundaries from all over the world are layered here. Another category of just people, right? Demographics, schools, labor, COVID cases, all kinds of different data layers that are broadly labeled people. Infrastructure data, buildings data, hospital locations, topographic information, public schools you see here, roads, density, traffic counts, all kinds of data related to the infrastructure of places is categorized here. And then finally, environmental data. So again, back to anything from current wind speeds, current NOAA satellite imagery, drought intensity conditions from all across the United States, on and on, severe weather, hill shade, topographic models, all kinds of data that is related to the environment. Let me show you how this works. Okay, let's just try boundaries. Okay, We want to, for example, have a general map of US states. So we think we want this data. We can click here and see the information about this layer of data. We can tell, it tells you who created it, provides a general description, and indicates that it is authoritative data recommended by Esri. It's proofed, it's accurate, it's valid, right? And it shows you where it's stored. It's curated within the Living Atlas. So this is a piece of data that lives in the Living Atlas online that you have access to through the University of Houston Clear Lake site license agreement when you're logged in. How to open this data? Simply choose one of the options on the right. Either open the data in the ArcGIS Online Mapping Viewer, or we could access this data through ArcGIS Pro, or export the data for use in some other platform. But right now, I just want to show you how easy this is to open it up, for example, in ArcGIS Online. So we just click on Open in the Map Viewer, and we would have a default. We're back to this pop-up menu, which is starting to appear. Esri is introducing a beta version of ArcGIS Online interface that will be coming out soon, but we're going to ignore that for right now. So here you have a base map of the world with one layer of US states generalized. All right. And that's it. So you could now save this as your own map. You could share this map. You could add data to this map. You could work with these states to visualize them in any way you wanted. That just shows you how easy it is to go from identifying a piece of data, identifying some data that you want to work with, and opening it up, and then saving and sharing it. All right. There are also, within the Living Atlas of the world, applications. These are maps with added content. Okay. So for example, this app, the ArcGIS Living Atlas Indicators of the Planet, is an application that isn't designed for you to edit, but is creating for you pre-packaged content, right? So if we're interested in deforestation, for example, here's information about deforestation and a live web map that allows you to monitor deforestation that includes multimedia content describing forests, a global forest watch dashboard that looks like this. So what's happening here is the Living Atlas is not only a place to identify discrete pieces of data for you to download and use, but also to identify apps, dashboards that have already been created on topics of interest to you. All right, so here you see an interactive map looking at, this one could be land use cover for forests, looking at forest change, looking at fires for the entire planet, and also looking at various climate applications. So this dashboard exists pre-made in the Living Atlas, and with the click of a button here, you could share this dashboard with anyone you wanted to have see it. Okay. And so with that, I'll conclude this episode introducing you to the Living Atlas of the world. Again, if you want to explore this on your own, navigate to the GIS data resources page, scroll down to data portals, and find Living Atlas of the world. So thank you for watching and happy mapping.